So guys, we have something new again from Robtop. He was inactive for a very long time, but now he's back with a lot of news, and it is also a little bit regarding tidal wave and stuff like that. So let's just jump right into it. Let me just switch the windows here and see what he has said, because he was here for quite a long time. So I would say this is gonna be a quite long episode of news, and I was also there, so I had some questions to ask that he answered, which is pretty cool. So yeah, this is where we start. I think it was like 2 days ago, and the last time he was here was like 12 hours ago or something. So the first thing we have is that, in case you didn't know, in Geometry Dash you can switch your music mid-game. However, you cannot switch it to a main level song, and Robtop said he's just gonna add them to the music library so that we can just directly use them from the game itself, and we don't have to like get a new update or anything like that, which I think is pretty cool. And so are also the spin-off songs. They're also going to be added to the music library. That's pretty cool. And the upcoming Steam version 2.205 is coming to Steam. However, Robtop did say a lot of new stuff about this in like today or yesterday. So yeah, it's coming for Mac also. And somebody also asked him if he's gonna like add the high textures on mobile, and he said maybe he's gonna do it. We don't really know, but I think it's rather unlikely for now. I think maybe 2.3 or something, when like mobile phones get really advanced, maybe in like 10 years or something I'm talking. So, and yeah, the triggers in the triggers menu, in the triggers tab, is absolutely messy. The whole editor is so messy because there are so many new objects. So Robtop is planning on making something that's, more organized, but not for now. This is for like the future, but it's definitely needed. And okay, this is probably the most thing that I'm excited for. It's the live streams from Robtop and his communication with the community. It's going to be very soon, so that's very exciting. I think he's going to first release the Steam update, and maybe after that we're going to get some live streams, which is going to be very cool. And yeah, maybe more songs from the new artist that was added to the Geometry library. If you want to, we can add their songs also. And in case you're getting this load file error where you get this backup file, please try again later, size XYZ, then that's because your save file is way too big and you need to delete a bunch of levels from the saved list and also from the created list. Maybe also delete some songs, but I'm not really quite sure about that. And then you can try again and it should work very fine. And in case you are one of those guys that lost their levels like 2 or 3 years ago because Robtop kind of did a major oopsie on the servers, he's still working on it. Eventually he might do it very soon. He's gonna just have to set up the server and interface for it so we can do that ourselves in case we have lost any levels. And here we can listen to a bunch of new sound effects that were added. I mean, it's just some simple stuff, really nothing way too special. I have a few hundred of these with different stuff. Okay, so I think he added new sound effects already. So yeah, here are some of them, really nothing too special. But yeah, I'm currently not hearing these sound effects, so if they are funny, haha, I can't laugh. Everything is a meme. Okay, there's a lot of meme stuff I see. And okay, this is something that I asked. It's about the animate on trigger. The particle system is very buggy with it, in case you know what I'm saying. Then this is going to be fixed soon. I really hope he remembers this, because it's so annoying. Okay, this is also interesting. Robtop is also going to add more collectibles that are not pixel art, because currently we have only 6 collectibles that are not pixel art, and the rest is just pure pixel art, like 20 or 30. That's pretty cool to see more stuff. Also, there is this level called this guy. I can't really read this word, so you guys know what I'm saying. And this was like updated to a free version, back on track. It was a demon, and somebody trolled and updated the level to be a back on track copy. So he said that he fixed it, and yeah, the creator just trolled, and yeah, Robtop just banned them, I think. Yeah. Okay, this is also interesting. I asked Robtop how the particle system can be really unoptimized, because in some levels, if you have some particle systems, they are going to be very laggy. And he said this happens if the particle size is 500 to 1000 or larger. So if you are below 500, you should be good, because otherwise you will hit the draw limits basically. correctly. So yeah, make sure to make your levels optimize as well. And he doesn't have any plans for a new demon difficulty. Somebody asked him and he said he's not really planning to, as of right now at least. And that we're gonna get a Steam update, but before that we're gonna get a beta. So the beta branch is probably gonna be updated again before we actually get the update on Steam. And I assume this update is gonna have a lot more than the stuff that is already on mobile, because otherwise Robtop would have already published the update that we should have had like a week or 2 weeks ago. So yeah, a new Steam update, very hype. Okay, this is probably a topic for a different video, where Robtop said the XO was rated because the song is so intense. This is very, very controversial, and I don't really agree at all. But I'm just going to make a follow-up video about talking about everything related to how the rating system works and why Tidal Wave isn't considered. Okay, this is just all for next video. Just wait for it. Will you rate Tidal Wave? Yes, next video. And this is also next video. And he is still not close to finishing 2.21, so we are not going to get any leaks. And in case you missed some of the previous news episodes, which you should have not, Robtop has said previously that once he's almost ready to publish 2.21, he's going to give us a bunch of leaks, a bunch of news about the update, you know, some very juicy stuff, just like what happened with 2.2. So that's going to be very interesting also, but for now he's not really even close to it. So, and if you have issues with the copy ID feature, which I don't, then that's gonna probably be fixed in the next update. And this is something that I really like. And this guy suggested an idea of levels basically giving creator points to the verifier and also to the publisher, instead of giving it to the actual creator, so that maybe different accounts can be, so maybe like one level could have 2 authors instead of 1. We can have like the publisher and the verifier, which I think is very, very reasonable. We should give the verifiers a lot of credits when it comes to the game itself, not only the creators. And he said, yeah, a lot of systems needs to be reworked, and we can have like separate creator and verifier. Very, very cool. Really excited for that also. And this is very interesting. He said that somebody asked if he's gonna add a new levels to the spin-off games, and he said no. He's gonna have to make a completely new one. He's gonna have to make a completely new spin-off game, which is kind of lit if you ask me. Probably gonna have some of the new features that we still don't have, and maybe it's gonna be like platformer levels, because I think Robtop is focusing a lot on the platformer game mode, which I think is very, very cool. I'm really, really excited. I really hope they are platformer levels. And spin-off, of course, a lot of cash, yeah, in it, put a lot of ads, and Robtop agreed, like a lot. And he's not really taken a proper break yet after 2.2, so he's still on the grind. Probably gonna do it after like the major things have been solved. And yeah, in case you didn't know, Robtop uses the exact same, what is it called, like the game editor that we use to make levels. This is what he uses to make his levels also, which kind of makes a lot of sense if you ask me. And yeah, SFX coming soon, more stuff. And this is also something quite interesting. I don't know how this is gonna work, but somebody asked Robtop if the lists are gonna get featured by somebody else besides the mods and the creators, which I don't really know how that's gonna work. And he said he agrees that the list should be read by somebody else. And yeah, a lot of systems still need to be worked on. So just like the creator points thingy. But it's interesting to see Robtop noticing these things and actually, doing stuff with it. And this is what I asked him about the shader IDs. So basically we can have 2 different shaders on 2 different layers, which is very important. It can open up a lot of doors. And he said maybe, he wouldn't be able to do that without a lot of recoding. But I think it's very, very necessary. Just like different shaders on different layers. I think it's really, really cool. Yeah, I really hope he's gonna add that in the future or something. And he weighs 90 kilograms, if you guys are wondering, and he has 2 feet also. It's kind of alien technology over there. And unfortunately, we're not gonna have this thingy of where the gradient can basically be applied on only one single layer. So for example, you can apply the shaders to only the player, but if you do that for the gradient, it's gonna also apply on every single layer below it. So also the background, the B1, B2, B3, and stuff like that. And he said you can't do it right now. And he said it's super duper unlikely that we're gonna have that in the future, which kind of makes me upset, I'm not gonna lie. I really want to have more shader and also gradient freedom, because these two triggers are really, really, really cool. And he said that he's gonna add a new spin-off game later. What did that mean, later? I would say maybe in the next month or so. I would be really surprised if this came out like very, very early, like in the next few months. I mean, days. That would be kind of insane. And he agrees that we're gonna have to need some emotes in the chat, in the Geometry comments, which I think is very, very useful. Also, could be very nice. But yeah, that is everything we have for today. This is like the news from the last 1 day or 2 days, you can say. So yeah, new update for Steam is coming, and a lot of things that RobTop has now on his radar should also be coming very soon. Yeah, I really enjoy that he is adding community requests also. I think this is very, very cool. Yeah, I've already talked about how good of a developer he is for just doing that. So yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching, and I will also watch this video that's on the screen right now, and I will see you guys in the next video.